Hello guys, Rhyker here. I'm a casino streamer for real money and I make casino and slot reviews. You can check them out on Rhyker.com. You can watch my previous videos on fake streamers because now we're going to be continuing with that topic. Today I'll tell you how a popular crypto casino and slot providers are scamming you on every play session. For that I had to do some research and use my crazy hacker skills. But don't worry, there is nothing illegal here. Unethical? Well, sure. After this video you'll have a better understanding just how unethical and disrespectful a casino can be. We'll discuss the truth about Roobet and how it drains its players' money to pay fake streamers. So please leave a like, relax, sit back and let me uncover this mystery for you. But in order to understand how important this problem is, I need to bring you up to speed about RTP real quick. Every slot that you play has a return to player rate. RTP for short. It's a term casinos use to describe the percentage of all of the wagered money a slot machine will pay back to players over time. For example, if you make $101 bets on a machine on which the RTP is 90%, you might expect to get back about $90 in wins. Of course, both house advantage and RTP are generally calculated over long term, millions of spins in fact. However, it's really important to know that RTP is working for every player at the same time. That means you are not guaranteed to win each time. So if somebody wins a huge jackpot, the money was collected from players who lost. In general, millions of people could play the same slot every day, and RTP ensures that every single player has a chance to break nearly even or get a profit. For example, I play a lot of Money Train 2 from Relax Gaming, and while doing my 1000 spin runs, I consistently win back my money. That's because Money Train 2 has a set RTP of 98% on every site I go to. Usually RTP is the first thing you'll see when reading slot reviews on the internet. RTP is really important. Usually slot RTP is set in stone by the developer and it's the same for every casino. But there are some soft developers that let casinos change the RTP as they see fit. And in our example we'll talk about how Play & Go and Pragmatic do just that. One day I decided to switch from stake to Roobet for 1 week. Roobet is a huge crypto casino, they have a lot of fake streamers promoting them. In one of the previous videos I showed you the offer by Roobet to streamers. Roobet claims that they are one of the biggest casinos on the market, and that's why I thought that Roobet could be trusted. So I decided to play my favorite slot, Gates of Olympus. It's a really volatile slot, sometimes you lose money on it, but overall it consistently pays more than not. On Roobet it was a different story. Gates of Olympus felt like a whole different game. Hits were extremely rare, features didn't pay a single time even when I bought them without playing the base game. I felt something was wrong. That's when one of my viewers suggested that I look at the RTP. And that's when it hit me. Roobet has a lower RTP. I went to check on every Pragmatic slots and all of them have a lower RTP than stake. Furthermore, if you look at any slot review on the internet, they show you the same RTP that you can see on stake. Look at some examples. Doghouse, Roobet is 94.55 versus stake 96.55. Fruit Party 2, Roobet is 94.46 versus stake 96.53. Gates of Olympus, Roobet is 94.5 versus stake 96.5. Sweet Bonanza, Roobet is 95.5 versus stake 96.6. Bigger Bass Bonanza, Roobet is 94.62 versus stake 96.71. Even their own site, pragmaticplay.com, cites normal RTP for Gates of Olympus and Sweet Bonanza instead of the lowered one. Same goes for every Pragmatic slot on Roobet, it's lower everywhere. As you can see, Roobet and Pragmatic are doing something really strange here. You could say that 2% difference doesn't really matter, but then why did they lower it if there is no difference? And I know the answer. They're just greedy. 2% might not look like much, but remember that RTP is in action for all the players at the same time. So 2% is a huge amount of money that players don't get back because of the lowered RTP. So if you play Pragmatic slots on Roobet, you may miss out on some huge wins because the RTP is smaller. In one of my previous videos I showed you the offer by Roobet to streamers. Do you think that Roobet takes this money out of their own pocket? They wouldn't cut their profits by that much. It turns out you pay for that by watching and supporting those fake streamers. As I always say, fake creates fake. Every time Xposed is paid for the fake stream, you cover the cost. Recently a big streamer Adin Ross leaked the amount that Roobet pays him. It's $1.6 million a month! Jesus Christ! If you wondered how Roobet can afford those sponsorships, Now you know. Same goes for all streamers who work with Roobet. FaZe Banks, IZ, etc. They're all making a fortune every month and it's basically your money. Roobet is ripping its players with low RTP and then pays that money to fake streamers who scam their audiences and make them go to that casino. It's a whole cycle of fakeness. Fake creates fake. Pragmatic slots are some of the biggest on the market. Their games are on the main page of every casino, and you know that, you saw them. Games like Gates of Olympus and Big Bass Bonanza are the first choice for a lot of players. But it seems that Pragmatic is up to no good. Most people won't check the info button on the slots they have already played in another casino. Just like me, they will just play their favorite slot without knowing that the RTP is lower. You won't find that information on the review sites. When I asked Roobet directly about the difference, they gave me the standard answer. You won't even notice a 2% difference, it doesn't change anything for the player. Then why did you lower it? So now let's talk about Play and Go, because they're no better. Play and Go is one of the biggest developers on the market. You know their slots, Book of Dead, Rise of Maryland, Reactoons, some of the most iconic slots you can find in any casino. And wouldn't you know, on Roobet they have a lowered RTP, but you won't discover it yourself at all. If you go to the info section, there is no RTP. All it takes is using your browser to see the network code of the games page, and voila! As you can see, the Book of Shadows has 96% RTP on stake and 94% on Roobet. It's the same for every single Play and Go slot on Roobet and stake. Rise of Maryland, The Green Knight, Legacy of Dead, etc. That's not a new problem. I already played Play and Go slots on Kazumo. Wouldn't you know, some of them have a lowered RTP. And as you can see from this forum page, players notice that, and they don't like that. It's not a surprise that on Roobet they chose to hide the RTP. Genius, I know. It's a shame that I've noticed that only recently. Furthermore, when I asked Roobet directly about Play and Go RTP, they said that their average RTP is 96%. When I pushed my question further, I got a really cheeky answer. The support decided that I'm a loser who just ripped, and they said that they're very sorry about that. Yes, thank you for being sorry for ripping players and then feeding that money to your fake streamers. Appreciate that.
We're sorry.
Well, I personally don't feel sorry about calling out Roobet on that. I used to think that Roobet is a casino that I can trust. By the way, if you're not a hacker like myself, and you don't want to waste time by looking on those RTPs and stuff, and you want to find a casino that you can trust, and know all the nooks and crannies that a shady casino can use to, like, scam you, then subscribe to my channel because that's what I'm all about. So, what are we waiting for? Let's go and sue Roobet for those unlawful acts. Yeah, that's not gonna work. They're not doing anything illegal. Roobet is not required by law to show you the true RTP. Just like with fake streamers in the eyes of the government, Roobet is doing nothing wrong. But as a human being, I don't think that being within the law justifies such practices. It's not a legal problem. It's an ethical problem, but it's pretty disrespectful towards players. In our time when companies want to be your friends, it's really important to show respect and understanding towards your customers. So what do we have in conclusion? RTP is important. If it wasn't, they wouldn't lower it and then try to hide it. When you go to Roobet, it proudly says on the main page that it's the fastest growing casino. It's the fastest because you, the player, are paying for it. You won't hear this info from their streamers or any promotional materials. With this video I want you to maybe stop playing these slots on Roobet and start asking the right questions. Fake streamers are the problem, but Roobet is making it even worse. It looks to me that instead of servicing its players, the casino is only servicing its streamers. We need to make this problem be known to as many players as possible. The sooner we stop playing those slots on Roobet, the sooner they will take action. Share this video with your friends and other gamblers. Don't give them $1 of your money because, as you could see from my conversation with support, they don't respect you enough and simply avoid the questions about RTP being 94%. And I want you to help me in this battle that that I fight to expose fake streamers. If you have any info or proof on streamers being fake, you can send it to my email that is right on the screen and in the description of my channel. Also, check out Rhykercom to see more info on different casinos and slots. If you want to support me, use my Stake affiliate link in the description. Stake is one of the finest casinos I've played on. Install withdrawals in crypto, nice RTP and good rakeback features which will give you back some of your money. So check it out using my link, that will help me a lot. Also, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to my channel and ring a bell because it helps more than you know. That's one of the ways you can spread this video and I'll be really grateful. Yeah, that's it for today. Thank you guys for listening and with that, Rhyker out.